Hey you all, and good morning. We are still in Amarillo, Texas, and of course, here in Amarillo, I intend to check out probably the most iconic stop on Route 66, the Cadillac Ranch here in Amarillo. If you viewed the video yesterday, we stopped at the Slugbug Ranch. So where instead of Cadillacs planted in a field, it was VW bugs. Because the Cadillac Ranch has inspired quite a few different roadside attractions. And I've come a little bit outside of Amarillo to check out one of these Cadillac Ranch inspired attractions, Combine City. Now while the Cadillac Ranch plants Cadillacs in the ground and the Slugbug Ranch plants VW bugs in the ground, here out in the farmlands outside of Amarillo, Texas, we have these combines, these big pieces of farm equipment planted in the ground, much like the Cadillac Ranch. Yeah, and this particular ranch has quite a crop growing. Look at all those combines. And these ones aren't spray painted. They got the barbed wire there, keeping out hooligans. Out here in the middle of a field in Amarillo, another interesting stop. This was actually commissioned by the same man who created Cadillac Ranch. As you can see, there's two broken legs. There's two standing legs at the top. A bigger statue has been apparently broken off. And the backstory here, given on this plaque, is that in 1819, Percy Shelley, the wife of Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein, came across these legs and wrote the poem Ozymandias, which is a poem about a great statue that was broken in the desert, and kind of a shows how we can build giant statues, but in the end they'll be broken, and the legs, you know, the remnants will show how impermanent that structures like that can be. Of course, this story isn't actually true. More the sculpture is actually based on the poem, not the other way around. And then there gives it more backstory here that says that the statue was damaged after a football game between Lubbock and Amarillo, that they vandalized the statue. So yes, somewhat of a confusing backstory for an interesting sculpture out here in Amarillo. And as is the tradition in Amarillo, these legs have been extremely graffito tagged. You can just see those massive calves right there. And yes, if you're still confused about the story, yeah, these legs were never attached to anything. They were just built here as a homage to the poem Ozymandias, and then for some reason was given a backstory that these actually inspired the poem Ozymandias. So we're getting closer to Cadillac Ranch, I promise. But first, stop off here at the Cadillac Rv Park. Now they actually have a homage to Cadillac Ranch here. These Cadillacs not necessarily buried nose down in the sand, but are propped up in a Cadillac Ranch-esque formation. So let's see who's driving these Cadillacs. We got the pink Cadillac right there. And oh look, it is Mr. Elvis Presley there, driving this particular pink Cadillac. And then the white Cadillac being piloted by Willie Nelson. And finally, in the blue Cadillac here, we have John Wayne. And here we have a muffler man known as the Second Amendment Cowboy down here at his feet. You can see the Second Amendment written out. Alright, I promise, we are now headed directly to the Cadillac Ranch. And here we are at the Cadillac Ranch. You see, it's actually a busy day here at the Cadillac Ranch. You see people coating the cars with spray paint. You can see it's actually kind of muddy out here right now. You can see the muck down there that people have been trampling through. It's still an amazing sight, you know, absolutely probably one of the biggest symbols of Route 66, one of the biggest symbols of Americana itself. Yeah, these people are going to town with the spray paint. Now this car here, I heard one of the cars from Cadillac Ranch had actually been set on fire by some idiot. I'm thinking it's this one right here. Just looking at it, you can see the tires are missing. The tires have been burned off. On all the other cars, it looks like they still have their paint covered tires. Look how this hubcap here has just become one big giant orb right there, just from the years and years of being covered with paint over and over again. It's pretty amazing how many layers of paint have been placed on these cars over the years. It's almost like they've become more paint than car in some ways. It's like an ocean of muck with cars floating in it. If you look closely at some of the detail here, you can see how paint is drizzling down, creating stalactites. You can see here where paint has been peeled away, and you can see all the different layers of paint. So I brought my bag of spray paint here. Now, to get close to some of these cars, it looks like it would be a very mucky proposition. So let's find a place where we can safely spray paint one of these cars without covering up someone's newly painted signature.
That's your glove now, Sam. Me. All right, go do it. Okay.
Don't tell them that there's any more chance. Ready?
Alright, so I tried to spray paint the Carpetbagger. It doesn't really look like that. I'm really not good at spray painting words. So, yeah, that'll be here for about 5 minutes. After I leave, someone will come and spray paint that away. B, C.
Are you throwing the gold wheels on that?
B.
Oh, yeah.
You can literally see here on this car where all the wet paint being painted over top has literally slid down. You see the big, like, how the paint all slides to the bottom because people are just painting over wet paint. Stopped off here at the Bent Door gas station. You can see it's not currently in operation. Yeah, imagine if gas was 69 cents. That would be pretty amazing. These old pumps right here. It's an old rusty Coca-Cola machine. Peeking in the window here, they have pure spirits of gum turpentine along with some turtle wax there. And this is why they call it the Bent Door, because the door is bent. I don't know any other place where I've seen a door shaped like that, so that is pretty unique of a door shape. Looks like they do have a GoFundMe. We're gonna do some restorations on the bent door, and we finally made it. We finally made it. This is the exact midpoint of Route 66. We are halfway there. Oh my gosh, we're only halfway. Yes, we are in Adrian, Texas, the exact midpoint of Route 66 Los Angeles, 1,139 miles that way. We came from that way, we traveled 1,139 miles starting in Chicago. But here at the midpoint on Route 66, we have the Midpoint Cafe, where we can grab a little bit of lunch. Of course, all along Route 66, we are constantly joined by characters from Cars. I'm not sure if this is a character from Cars or just a character in the spirit of Cars. Check this out. I got pie-faced. Actually, I hope no one throws a pie in my face when I go in there. There's a little model of the Midpoint Cafe. See all the cars gathered around. Here we are, the diner at the center of 66. Got my table here. Got a nice little red Formica table. All right. And here we have the Midpoint Burger. It's got 2 patties on it. It's actually fairly massive. There's actually a size bigger where you could get 3 patties, but I think that's pretty good. All right, let's bite into this massive burger. That is big. That is a huge burger there. Let's take a bite. That is so good. Look at that. And here at the Midpoint Cafe, they're known for their ugly pies. See, it's a little scrambled there, but it's blueberry and banana. All right, let's give this pie a taste here. Very good. The tartness of the blueberry, creamy whipped cream, and then the bananas. It's good, so good. What I need to do is sell my car, then purchase this, it's for sale, and take this to finish out Route 66. And we begin part 2 of the Route 66 trip as we cross over the halfway line there. Now, it seems like we still have a long way to go, but keep in mind we did take, we took a couple days to enjoy the festivities for Transworld. We took a couple days to hang out at Boogie's house. So hopefully we have enough time to still get out to Santa Monica. And here right on the border between Texas and New Mexico, we have the ghost town of Glen Rio. You can see the old gas station there and this pretty cool old diner standing here alongside Route 66. Take just a little peek here inside this building. Oh, look at this. I think this is an old postcard stand. So this would have been, they displayed postcards, I believe. Yeah, I think the postcards would be tucked in there. Definitely got to be careful in abandoned buildings out here. They could have rattlesnakes in them. It looks like there's some booths. Guess this would have been a diner in here. An old sink and an old toilet there. Oh, I guess that's a urinal. No, there's an inappropriate DVD right there. I'll cover it up so no one can see it. This is a old freezer. And Texas was a lot of fun, but it is now time to enter New Mexico, the land of enchantment. And here in Glen Rio, New Mexico, we do have Russell's Travel Center, and it is time to fill up the car. Looks like the regular gas is $3.99 a gallon, so that's a little more than I was paying in Texas, but I think Texas is always a little cheaper. So this is the New Mexico, we have $3.99 gas. Now, if I remember correctly, they actually have a museum here at Russell's Travel Center. Actually have a movie marquee here over the drink section. And over here, they do have a free car museum. You see the Model T there, as well as some motorcycles. This mechanic here welcomes us to Russell's Free Car Museum. And I noticed something has changed. Last time I was here, he had a much different mustache. I guess maybe they got too many complaints that he looked like Hitler. So now he's got a more appropriate handlebar mustache. And also welcoming us to the car museum is Master Yoda himself. You see by his name tag there. This is actually pretty impressive for a free car museum at a gas station. You see Marilyn Monroe hanging out next to her Chevy Impala here. Oh, there's a wonderful collection of creepy symbol monkeys. There we have a puppet of Hank Williams Jr. holding a photo of his father, Hank Williams Sr. You can see the original car, the horse, right there, pulling this wagon. You got Pappy there in the driver's seat. Oh, this is a gas tanker. So I guess this is a gas tanker that was pulled by a horse. That's pretty interesting. You can see they have a collection of little big boy figurines there, and a full-sized big boy. This is a little random, but there's a Incredible Hulk hanging from the ceiling there. Oh, look who we have over here. A Pappy in the outhouse.
Yeah, here I am in my little old place here. Hey, lady, if you don't mind, how about closing the door? Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. All right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just as soon as I get through reading this here's a little book catalog, it'll be fine.
Some old jukeboxes there. We have a soldier. Oh, there's a... Oh, jeez. Oh my God, that legitimately scared me. Where's the beef? Jeez, I just had a heart attack, I'm sorry. Pink Cadillac there. Mr. Elvis singing a song about Cadillacs. So we have landed here in Tucumcari, New Mexico. You can see there's all sorts of wonderful old signage and vintage motels here in Tucumcari. And here we have TP Curios. This is a classic Route 66 curio shop. Now unfortunately it does look like they are closed. It says sorry, we are closed in the window. I'm not sure if it is closed permanently or if this is a seasonal thing. You can see the teepee as jail bars on top of it. It's closed. I don't see any hours. Oh, current business hours. Okay, so it is open. It's closed on Sundays. Boo. Looks like I missed it. But yes, some absolute amazing signage there for TP Curios. And look at this, they even sell Stuckey's candy in there. And of course, guarding TP Curios is this creature made of bones. Now, I've heard this creature referred to as the Helk, but whatever it is, that is absolutely terrifying. You see it mounted here on the back of this Ford truck. The Helk. So yes, Tucumcari, kind of known for its hotels. The old slogan of the town is Tucumcari Tonight. And here we have the Motel Safari. Pretty amazing vintage sign right there. The man on the camel. Just look at all the amenities they have here at the Motel Safari. It's squeaky clean. It's got comfy beds, speedy Wi-Fi, Route 66 radio, and color HD TV. Now, it looks to go along with the camel theme. They have more doctors smoke camels than any other cigarettes. There's a doctor smoking camels back in the day when everybody smoked, even your doctor. See, even Elvis staying here in Tucumcari. Suitcase says Tucumcari Tonight. In the lobby of Motel Safari, you can even see that they have a camel. Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, tough kids, sissy kids, even kids with chicken pox, hot dogs, armored hot dogs. What kind of kids like armored hot dogs? This is an interesting fact. The Hawaiian Punch guy, you see that thing on his head? I always thought that was his crazy hair. He's wearing a straw hat. Look it up, it's crazy. I didn't know that until very recently. Lasitas Mexican food looks like it is closed right now. I was hoping to grab some food here, but I don't know if it's closed permanently or closed for the season, but I remember having some good food here. This old drive-in here used to be able to get burgers and ice cream. But it looks like now you can only get tattoos. There's a lot of places where you can choose to sleep here in Tucumcari, New Mexico. But here is where we're going to be staying tonight, at the Blue Swallow Motel. Probably the most famous motel on Route 66. One of the most famous motels in all of the United States. And just take a moment to appreciate that gorgeous, iconic sign. There's a classic car parked under the sign there. I'm guessing that is to keep people from driving under and maybe hitting the sign if there's low clearance, or tapping the sign, because the sign is so classic. You don't want someone coming in, zooming underneath it, and ruining everything. And how can you possibly beat 100% refrigerated air? So we are going to be staying in room 4 of the Blue Swallow. I got my key right here, the classic old hotel keychain, and the classic actual key right there. Another thing that makes the hotel special here is it has private garages for each room. So they're actually probably a little small because of, you know, they were built back at a time when cars were a little smaller. The gentleman at the front said that I could back my car in here. The reason he gave for backing it in, he said that that would allow me to open my driver's side door and have some room on which to open it. All right, let's see if we can back this car in to the garage here at the Blue Swallow. Oh my goodness. Seems like a bit of a tight fit. I do have a backup camera though. I think we are going to make it just fine. So, over the hump. And we are in the garage. Blue Swallow. Okay, so not a perfect park job. I was able to, I pulled back, but I couldn't get my door open here because of the pole, so I had to pull forward a little bit. But he's the gentleman at the front said it was fine to have the car peeking out a little bit. So yeah, there we go. All right, it's time for the Blue Swallow room reveal. Got a real key there that really opens the door. And look at this. This is so nice and quaint. The gentleman at the front desk said that these pieces of furniture here are original to the hotel. It's apparently the hotel, yeah, right here on the ice bucket. Established 1939. This hotel was built 1939 and has been opened since then. He said it was the longest operating hotel in America. Got a little tiny love seat right there. There's our bed. He said this phone works. Let me listen. See, can you guys hear? Can you guys hear that dial tone? It works. And then a bathroom here. Original 1930s toilet. A little shower here, built into the wall. There's this cool picture of this kid with a cat and a dog. There's a little guest area here under this neon sign. You can check in here. Oh, it says this refrigerator's name is Lois. Lois was built in 1941. This is the kind of refrigerator kids can get trapped in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, kids can get trapped inside Lois. Looks like someone left their lunch in there. Gladly there's no children inside. Okay, I gotta make it latch all the way. Okay, no children inside the refrigerator. Oh, they have a basket of blankets here if anyone wants to use one sitting outside. And as the sun sets here on Route 66 in Tucumcari, New Mexico, the Blue Swallow Motel has become illuminated. You can see the whole court has become illuminated with neon. They have smaller little blue swallows, different points along the building. I'm gonna go drive and find something to eat. The staff of the hotel had made some recommendations. So the owners of the Blue Swallow had recommended this, the Powwow Restaurant. You can see on some of these booths, people have been sitting there so often that their impression is burned into the wall.
Traveling through and need a place to crash for the night? Check out our famous historic motels. My friends at the Blue Swallow, Motel Safari, and Route 66 Motel on the historic Route 66.
Over here on the stage, they have people as lizards on the beach. Look at this lizard lady. All right, we got some pork aduvada. This pork marinated in this red sauce. Very delicious. Got some tortillas here. So good. Now I didn't forget the soda of the day. I actually put it here inside Lois, the child swallowing refrigerator, to cool off. So our soda of the day is Fitz's Premium Hip Hop Pop. I think this is some form of cola. So cheers to you with some. So cheers to all of you with some Fitz's Hip Hop Pop. Oh, it's cherry. Okay. Oh, it does say berry cola on it. So I guess kind of a cherry Coke almost. And a lot of these sodas, especially sodas, are made with pure cane sugar. I think they're trying to get away from using the high fructose corn syrup. That's not very good for you. And that pure cane sugar, you can definitely taste the difference. It is way sweeter. It tastes like drinking syrup. So all right, thank you for joining me today. I'm looking forward to sleeping the night here in the Blue Swallow Hotel. This was kind of a bucket list item for me. I really, when I plotted out this trip, this is one thing I definitely wanted to hit, the Blue Swallow. Last time we did Route 66, we stayed at the Roadrunner Inn, which is also here in town, and that was a really nice experience, a really great hotel. But the Blue Swallow is so iconic. I wanted to be able to have a chance to stay there myself. So we're going to be hitting that road again tomorrow until we reach Santa Monica. I don't know where we're going to end. I don't know what we're going to see along the way, but we're going to keep chugging along and taking in the sights, sounds, and smells of Route 66. Please subscribe, let you know when each video goes live. I try to film every day. Do take a day off here and there. No days off during the Route 66 trip though. And yeah, thank you. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 more will get you a postcard once a month. Also, selling enamel pins in that shop. All that information is in the description of this video, and all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.